Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is the Season 4 Chick-Fil-A All-Star Race. We are here at the Auto Club Speedway for 25 laps of action. It's going to be a 20-lap segment to start out, then the top 10 from this 20-lap segment will move on to the final 5-lap segment, and the winner of that 5-lap segment will get a reserve for season number 5 of the Chick-Fil-A Cup Series. We have ourselves 27 cars in the field, and they are led by the Season 2 Chick-Fil-A Cup Series champion, Jesse Turner. He got the pole in qualifying, if you saw that on my second channel, and did a good job there in qualifying, but that doesn't really mean anything, because we're going to have a lot of passing in this race. We're going to be going 3, 4, 5 wide, and it is going to be insane. There are no cautions in this race. We will probably end up with a crash, and it might be a pretty big crash, but we'll just keep on racing. There are no cautions, and that definitely will play into the whole race, and it's going to be very interesting to see how it all plays out. Let's get to the starting lineup here for the Season 4 Chick-Fil-A All-Star Race. Jesse Turner, past champion, that is how he got into this race. The Season 2 champion did not have a win in either Season 1 or Season 4, Season 3 or Season 4, but he is still in because he is a past champion. We got Cameron Garlington made it in on his win at Michigan from Season number 3. We have Caleb Hoffman, who made it in for his win at Road America in Season number 3. Wolfgang Stone got in. He finished second in the Chick-fil-A Showdown on Monday. Dan Park won the Chick-fil-A Showdown on Monday. Stuart Gratton won the All-Star race last season. That's how he's in. Got Tyler Salzman, won Canadian Tire in Season number 3 to make it into this race. Matt Dallio won IRP this season to make it in. Cameron Black won Nashville to make it into this race in Season number 4. Cameron Gaju won Darlington in Season number 3 of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series to make it into this race. Tristan Walker won Phoenix of Season 3 to make it in. Elijah Gordon won Talladega of Season 4 to make it in. John Arndt won Spartan in Season number 3 to make it in. Trey Bartow, he won Texas, and yeah, he only won Texas. He won Texas of Season number 4 to make it in. Eric Hayden won Pocono of Season number 4 to make it in. Dean Wicker won Bristol in Season number 3 to make it in. Gabriel Wanderley won Daytona in Season number 4 to make it in. Max Newworth won Darlington of this season to make it in. Garrett Sonora won Atlanta of this season to make it in. Alex Bonkier won California of this season to make it in. Zachary Fitzwater won Auto Club in Season number 3 to make it in. So he is a past Auto Club winner. He's won at this very racetrack, so he knows how to get it done. Nicholas Samadio won Dover of Season number 3 to make it in. Tyler Myers, he won, forget which race did he win? He won Road America of Season number 4 to make it in. Marty Johnson won Indianapolis of Season number 4 to make it in. William Brock, he won Charlotte of Season number 4 to make it in. Annie Thomas won Michigan of Season number 4 to make it in. And Grayson Acevedo won Rockingham in Season number 4 to make it into the All-Star race. So those are the 27 drivers who will fight for a reserve here at the Auto Club Speedway. It's 20 laps to start this thing off, and it's going to be wild and crazy here at the Auto Club Speedway. It's going to be good, like it always is. And I think somebody was peeling off back in there. But no, I don't think there was somebody who was peeling off. So everybody's going to start. That's good. I have it set to 110%. I normally have the races set to 108% to kind of avoid cars from not starting at the beginning. But I decided to up it up to 2% just to make this race a little more entertaining. A little more crazy. And it's definitely going to be very crazy here tonight at the Auto Club Speedway. It's 20 laps to start, top 10 advance on, and you want to be in the top 10 in this segment. That's all you need to do to get into that final 5-lap segment, and from there, you can win the All-Star race. Green flag is out here at Auto Club, and Jesse Turner leads us to the line. We're already 4 wide back in there. So basically, all you want to do is finish in the top 10 of this segment. Nothing else really matters at this point. You don't really need to be leading. You just need to be in the top 10. And if you're in the top 10, you got a 1 in 10th shot of winning the All-Star race in that final 5-lap segment. Turner Coming in at turn number 4, he's going to lead the first lap of action here at Auto Club. We're already 4 wide in quite a few places already. They're 4 wide for second place. Elijah Gordon's going to be second. You got John Arndt, Matt Dallio, Caleb Hoffman. They're all 4 wide there, and that is pretty crazy. We might go 5 wide here, and we might already be 5 wide. I don't think we're 5 wide. I don't know. It's so hard to tell. Here comes Dean Wickard in the 14, looking to the inside of John Arndt and Jesse Turner. Turner's doing a good job in this 27, kind of running the middle lane. The middle lane is probably the best place to be. He can get a good run off the corner, but the inside lane gets a good run through the corner. And Max Neuwirth is on that inside lane that time, and Neuwirth will lead lap number 2 here in the Chick-Fil-A All-Star Race for season number 4. Here comes Zachary Fitzwater. He won the All-Star Race in season number 1, and he won the one and only points race that was run here in season number 3. So he definitely knows how to get it done. He's going to be a factor here tonight. He's right now out front. Here comes the Daytona 500 champion Gabriel Wanderlei and Alex Bonsignor, the part-time driver, the one and only part-time driver in this race. Won at California, the older version of the racetrack, earlier this season. But it's going to be Annie Thomas, who found her way to the inside, who's going to lead lap number 3. Grayson Acevedo started in last place. He's moved his way to the front of the field. Oh, we got a crash, and it's involving Zachary Fitzwater, Max Neuwirth, Eric Hyden, Tyler Selzman, and Dan Park. And just like that, those guys are going to get knocked out. But as I said, there are no cautions in this race. And because of that, we are still green. William Brock was going to take the lead right when that happened. It's now Marty Johnson out front with Tyler Myers and Garrett Sinor. So those guys involved will most likely not finish in the top 10, and they will probably not win the Chick-Fil-A All-Star Race. But it's John Arndt, Eric Hyden. These guys might want to be careful here. John Arndt's kind of on the racetrack. He might get to the pit road. Yeah, he's going to get to the pit road before this pack catches up to him, but still. Major crash there. We will review it at the end of this segment. But right now, we've got to keep on racing. I think Nicholas Amadio barely led that lap there. We are a quarter of the way through segment number 1. And we are still all over the place. We might end up with another crash before this thing is over. Alex Bonsignor, here comes Wolfgang Stone, who finished second in the Chick-Fil-A Showdown to make it into this race. Here comes Matt Dallio in the 88, looking to the inside of the 42. We got the 5 of Elijah Gordon and the 4 of Trey Bartow on the inside. I mean, these guys don't seem to know that all you need to do is finish in the top 10. You know? They keep on passing for the lead like crazy. But all you need to do is finish in the top 10 for this first segment, and you're good to go to the end. Trey Bartow now out front. They're sliding up. Matt Dallio slid in front of Wolfgang Stone. That could have been a lot bigger than what it actually was. Annie Thomas in the 55. The 55 won the Chick-fil-A. And another crash! It's Cameron Gaju, Alex Bonsignor, and I think it was Wolfgang Stone. It was. Man, just like that. Another crash, and more guys who will probably not finish in the top 10. Tough break for Gaju, tough break for Bonsignor, the only part-time driver in this race, and a tough break for Wolfgang Stone, who made it in through the showdown. Both of the guys who made it in on the showdown have not had good nights. It's Dan Park, he was involved in that first crash, and then Wolfgang Stone was just recently involved in that crash. But anyways, I was going to say, Annie Thomas is now leading in the number 55. The number 55 won the Chick-fil-A All-Star Race in season number 3 with Stuart Gratton driving it. And by the grace of God, Stuart Gratton has not crashed yet in this race. But Stuart Gratton, he kind of surprised us all when he won the All-Star Race last season. He's good in this race. It's like the one race where he doesn't crash. And he hasn't crashed yet. And he's going for third place now, underneath of Marty Johnson, William Brock, and Tyler Myers. They're 4 wide. And I'm telling you, 4 wide is a really, really big constant here in this race. And that's why we've already seen 2 crashes so far. Smoke clearing in turn 3 from that second crash. We're 5 wide now. We might be 6 wide. Man, I tell you, these guys race like crazy at this racetrack, and that's why I don't like having a points race here. Just a little too crazy to have a Chick-Fil-A Cup Series points race here. But for the All-Star race, it's perfect. Here comes Matt Dallio in the 88. The 17 of Dean Wickard's here as well, and another crash! And that time it involved Stuart Gratton. Nicholas Amadio, Marty Johnson, and Annie Thomas involved in that one. Ah, man. Oh, Hoffman's going to come in there, and he almost hit the 44 and the 48. But our third crash of the race, and we're not even halfway through yet. It's Cameron Black out front in the number 11. We got ourselves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wanderlei is right now running in 10th place. And at the moment, Wanderlei would make it on to that final 5-lap segment. How about that? Very interesting there. But now we only have 9 cars in the lead draft. Actually, only 8. I don't think Senor is really part of this lead draft anymore. He might be losing it. But as long as these guys just keep it clean, these 8 guys will make it on to that final 5-lap segment. Senor's looking pretty safe, and Gabriel Wanderlei, he's out front by quite a bit for that final transfer spot. William Brock right now running 11th. Tyler Myers running 12th. Hoffman's running 13th. Annie Thomas is running 14th. Marty Johnson's running, I think, in 15th place. Turner's running 16th. Boggs Jr. is running 17th. Let me just look at the thingy here. And I think Wolfgang Stone's there. It's Cameron Gaju, Dan Park, and that's it. I think Stuart Gratton's out, so I jinxed him. I'm sorry, man. And hold on just 1 minute. Okay, sorry about that, guys. My dad just called me on my cell phone, like one of the first times I've ever gotten a legit phone call on my cell phone before. Anyways, Trey Bartow's going to take the lead here from Matt Dallio as they all try to get around the slow number 41 of Dan Park. Bartow, Garlington, there's Gratton on the racetrack. He's really, really slow. And he's fortunate he didn't get crashed again in that 44 machine. It's a tough break for him tonight. But it's Garlington, Bartow, Walker, Elijah Gordon, Matt Dallio, Garrett Senor, Dean Wickard, Grayson Acevedo, Cameron Black, and it is still the number 21 of Gabriel Wanderlei who's holding on to the final transfer spot. Now, Tyler Myers and William Brock, they can work together to get up to that 21, but the whole thing is only one of those 3 guys are going to get that final transfer spot. So they might not want to work together. But we're just going to have to see. As long as these 9 guys here, or these 8 guys here, race clean and all that. Excuse me. As long as these 8 guys race clean, they should be on to the final 10-lap or final 5-lap segment of this race. I keep on thinking it's a 10-lap segment. It's only 5. Cameron Black running in 9th, looking to transfer. He's looking pretty good to transfer because Gabriel Wanderlei is quite a ways behind. And I think Tyler Myers is closing up to this 21. Myers might be able to get around the Daytona 500 champion for the final transfer spot. We're just going to have to see. This 6 is really fast. I think the 6 might have just got caught behind on the crash. He slowed down and lost a lot of momentum. But Wanderlei, I think, has some damage, and that's slowing him down. Tyler Myers has now moved his way up to the 10th place in the final transfer spot onto the final 5-lap segment. Good job by the number 6 of Tyler Myers. Right now it's Elijah Gordon leading in the number 5. Trey Bartow, Grayson Acevedo, Dean Wickard, Tristan Walker, Cameron Garlington, Garrett Senor, Matt Dallio, Cameron Black, and Tyler Myers. Those 10 would be the 10 that transfer on if the race ended now. Here comes Trey Bartow. He's looking to the inside of Elijah Gordon for the lead. It doesn't really mean much, only, of course, the way they finish for the top 10 is the way they will start in the final segment. So basically these guys are racing for the pole position in that final segment. These guys, they don't really have much to lose. As long as they don't crash, they should be fine. And with only 8 cars here in this pack, I don't think they're going to crash. The fewer cars we have in the pack, the less likely it is that we will crash. Grayson Acevedo in the middle, Tristan Walker on the inside. Trey Bartow's going to lead it with 3 laps to go in segment 1 of the season for Chick-Fil-A All-Star Race. They're 4 wide in a 7-car pack. They're almost 5 wide. They kind of are 5 wide. Look at that. Garlington gets the lead. They're coming up to Stuart Gratton and Nicholas Amadeo again, and that's going to split the pack up a little bit. Grayson Acevedo, Trey Bartow getting slowed up by the 48. Cameron Black here, he's still 9th, and Tyler Myers is still 10th. But Myers is 11 seconds off the lead. He is really far behind from the leaders. That's how good the draft is here at this racetrack. If you're running in the draft, you're going a lot faster than anybody else not running in the draft. It looks like William Brock has just stopped on the racetrack. I saw some dust, and I saw a 7 stopped on the racetrack, and it does appear that the 7 of William Brock has had an issue. So out of the top 10, let me see how many of these guys have won races so far this season. But of the top 5, let's say that, 3 out of the top 5 have not won races this season. That's Dean Wickard, Cameron Garlington, and Tristan Walker. They're coming up on pole sitter Jesse Turner, who lost the draft. Let's say he lost the draft after that first crash. We're on the final lap of this segment, and it looks like Gabriel Wonderly has gotten by the 6 of Tyler Myers for the final transfer spot, and he has. Something happened to Myers, and it looks like Wonderly is going to get the final spot. And after the line, Dean Wickard wins segment number 1. Elijah Gordon, Tristan Walker, Garrett Zenor, Cameron Garlington, Matt Dalio, Trey Bartow, Grayson Acevedo, Cameron Black. And coming to the line, Gabriel Wonderley will be the final driver to make it onto the final 5-lap segment. So we had 3 crashes in this segment. 3 of them. And it knocked out quite a few guys. But those 10 you see on the leaderboard, they're all in for the final 5-lap segment. Let's see what brought out, well, they didn't bring out the caution. Let's see and review the 3 crashes that happened in this race. So this is the first crash here, and we're going to review these from the helicopter because a lot of these crashes are kind of hard to see because the cameras are kind of close to ground level. So we're only going to review each crash once in slow motion just for the interest in time. But you see the 15, 78, 48, they all bump around. Tristan Walker got a bit of a tap from the 48. Those guys were okay, Nicholas Amadeo was, but you see Fitzwater, and the guy who went upside down was Selsman. See Jesse Turner get involved, Dan Park, Eric Hayden, John R., and Max Newworth. And Selsman, he went for a wild ride in the number 78. He was on the hood, on the roof. Yeah, he was on the hood of the number 41. And he ended up going over again. And again. And again. Nope, I think that might be it. But that ended the 78, the 41, the 1, the 9, and the 15's day, and especially the 83. Those guys, none of them have ever had a chance, and neither did Jesse Turner at getting into the top 10. And this was the second crash involving Cameron Gaju, Alex Bonsignor, and Wolfgang Stone. And 5 wide doesn't work. And they just get put into the wall. Gabriel Wonderly got a piece of that. Sidnor was able to avoid it. He advanced along with the 21, but it was the 32, the 30, and the 42. This was the smallest crash, I think, of the race. And they all went into the outside wall pretty hard. And ended their days and ended their chances of making it into that final 5-lap segment. And this was the third crash and the final crash involving Stuart Gratton. Tristan Walker and Nicholas Amadeo again kind of get into each other. Walker was involved in 2 of the 3 of these crashes, but he ended up advancing. But they just bumped into each other, came up into the wall. Gratton, Marty Johnson, William Brock, Andy Thomas, Tyler Myers as well. And the 48 of Nicholas Amadeo, all involved in that final crash on lap 10. And we weren't focusing on it too much because of Gabriel Wonderly passing Tyler Myers, but this was the finish. Dean Wickard in the number 17. was able to beat out Elijah Gordon, Tristan Walker, and Garrett Sonor to win segment number 1. He will start on the pole for segment number 2, the final 5-lap shootout to see who wins the Chick-Fil-A All-Star Race. Dean Wickard, Elijah Gordon, Tristan Walker, Garrett Sonor, Cameron Garlington, Matt Dalio, Trey Bartow, Grayson Acevedo, Cameron Black, and Gabriel Wanderley will be the 10 drivers who make it onto that final 5-lap segment, and one of those 10 drivers will get a reserve for season number 5 and win the Chick-Fil-A All-Star Race. 5 guys were knocked out because of crash damage. They included Zachary Fitzwater, Eric Hyden, Tyler Selzman, Max North, and John Arndt, who were all involved in the first crash, so nobody involved in the other crashes ended up getting knocked out. Now, William Brock, I do believe he failed to finish, as he had a problem at some point throughout the race because of damage to his race car. But, yeah, those are the finishing results for segment number 1. But we still have 5 more laps of racing to determine the winner in the Season 4 Chick-fil-A All-Star Race. So don't go away. Here is the final 5-lap segment here at Auto Club. Okay, here we are. 5 laps, 10 drivers, 1 winner. It's going to be a very, very interesting shootout. It's going to be very exciting. It's going to be wild. And these guys are racing for a reserve for season number 5 of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. The winner will return to that same car for season number 5. And it is definitely going to be all out here at the Auto Club Speedway. It's a very short 5-lap race, and only 10 drivers are in the field. These were the top 10 who finished in segment number 1, that 20-lap segment. Dean Wickard, he starts on the pole. Alongside him, it's Elijah Gordon, Tristan Walker, Garrett Sonor, Cameron Garlington, Matt Dalio, Trey Bartow, Grayson Acevedo, Cameron Black, and Gabriel Wanderley. That's the full field for the final 5-lap segment here in the Chick-fil-A All-Star Race. Who's going to do it here at Auto Club? Man, it's going to be very exciting, because I don't think we're going to see a crash in this race. And it does appear that the 31 might just be playing games with us, because it does appear that he's going to start. So if he's going to start, we're not going to redo it. But anyways, as I said, the winner gets a reserve for season number 5. That's the significance of this race. And these 10 guys survived that really crazy first segment. Now all they got to do is beat 9 other guys, and they will win the Chick-fil-A All-Star Race for season number 4. Pace car has pulled off 5 laps to determine the winner. Who's it going to be? We'll find out in just about 3 minutes. I think that's about how long it's going to take. Dean Wickard with the advantage. Here comes Tristan Walker. I'm going to just throw out a prediction now. I think Tristan Walker's going to win this segment. I just do. It's my sense. My sense has been right before, and I think it's going to be right this time. He's going for the lead underneath of Dean Wickard. And the number 14 of Tristan Walker. He has not won a race yet this season. He's not in the chase, but he doesn't care. He's trying to get that reserve. Here comes Cameron Garlington, the Season 3 champion, the defending champion. He's not in the chase, but he'd love to get this win. He's going to lead the first lap in this final 5-lap segment. Trey Bartow to the inside. Here comes Grayson Acevedo, the rookie. Matt Dalio in the 88. We got the 21 of Gabriel Wanderley back there on the inside. It's Trey Bartow getting the run on the outside, staying out front. Here comes Matt Dalio in the 88. He's going to go 3 wide for the lead, entering turn 3. Here comes Garrett Sonor in the 16. He's going to make it 4 wide for the lead, to the inside of the 88. Now we can end up with a finish like this. We can have a very close finish here. That's what makes this track very exciting. Dalio leads it with 3 laps to go in the Chick-fil-A All-Star Race. And just like that, here comes Gabriel Wanderley. He had a torn-up race car in that first segment, but since he finished in the top 10, that doesn't mean anything. They fixed the race car, and he's running in second here in the Chick-fil-A All-Star Race. Here comes Elijah Gordon in the 5. I can get to him. They changed positions so much that trying to use the keyboard to get to the cars is kind of hard. It's going to be 2 laps to go. Here at Auto Club, in the Chick-fil-A All-Star Race, Elijah Gordon leads that lap. I just realized that the scoreboard there was not set properly. I'm sorry about that. Doesn't really mean much, though. It changes so frequently, it's never ever right. Tristan Walker trying to get a run to the inside of Elijah Gordon. Here comes Cameron Garlington in the 38. Got Trey Bartow, we got Grayson Acevedo on this inside. We're just going to have to see. There goes Garlington. trying to get her on the outside. Here comes Bartow in the 4, Grayson Acevedo in the 31. I don't know who led at the white flag. I really don't know. I think it's showing Cameron Garlington led at the white flag. Acevedo to the inside of Trey Bartow. Tristan Walker. Here comes Cameron Black in the 11. Matt Dallio's on this inside. He's pushing the 11. It's Grayson Acevedo and Trey Bartow side by side down the backstretch. There goes Dallio, 4 wide to the inside. And Matt Dallio's got to run on that inside lane. But we're going to be side by side at the line. Who's going to get this reserve? Dallio on the inside, Black in the middle. I don't know. Cameron Black wins the Chick-Fil-A All-Star Race for season number 4. Man. Talk about a close finish. Cameron Black will be returning to that number 11 for season number 5 of the Chick-Fil-A Cup Series. Dallio came oh so close, and I mean oh so close. He just couldn't do it. It's Cameron Black in the 11 who gets it done, and he's going to be returning for season number 5. How about that? He won the last points race to barely make it into this race. Finds himself in the right place at the right time, and he gets the win. Let's go ahead and review that finish. And just like the second place battle in the Chick-fil-A Showdown we had on Monday, this was intense and very, very close. We're going to slow it down as slow as we can. Now, it really did look like Dallio got it, or looked like he was going to get it, I should say. But I think near the end, Cameron Black just had a bit of a push on this 88, and I think you'll be able to tell that the 11 beat the 88 to the line. And yeah, you will be barely able to tell that he beat the 88 to the line. How about that? Let's, this is really close. Get it here. Okay. Cameron Black, Matt Dallio at the line by that much. But you can tell the number 11 of Cameron Black gets it done in the Chick-fil-A All-Star Race. And it was by 3 1/1000ths of a second ahead of Matt Dallio. I knew it was going to be close, and it did not disappoint at all. And Cameron Black, congratulations, you're returning to that number 11 for season number 5 of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. And if you're wondering when that's going to be, my guess is that will start about, I think, near like the end of June or early July. I think that's when season number 5 is going to be. The Chick-fil-A Cup Series will be running with the Turkey Hill Series and the Napa Truck Series once again like we had last summer. And they're all going to be running at the same time. That will kind of help spread it out so the series doesn't go by too quickly. And it should be a very fun season number 5. But we still got 10 races left to do here. And it's now crunch time for those 16 guys who made the chase. It's just a fun race. And it was a good race, but it was just a fun race. Now the real business begins. On Friday, you will see Bristol here in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series right here on Napa Fan. And it's going to start the Chick-fil-A Cup Series chase for season number 4. It's 10 races to determine a champion, and it is going to be very fun to watch. But anyways, this race was very fun to watch, and Cameron Black got the win and got the reserve for season number 5. So congratulations to him on winning. Here, well, wait, we don't have points. This is just a special event, so there are no points. Here's the little end clip thingy with the cool music and the shot of Cameron Black barely winning at the line, and the words saying, congratulations to Cameron Black. Yeah, so thank you guys very much for watching. Congratulations to Cameron Black once again on winning, and I will see you guys later.